Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about a small gem. But it's really cool. It's a neat project. If you guys haven't heard about BrightID, it is not a verifying app, but it prevents from people creating multiple accounts. So for example, a use case for this would be like if you're launching a cryptocurrency and want to have a faucet and you want to keep from one person taking all of the cryptocurrency, well, you'd have to have a verified account on your wallet without having to give KYC. So it's really cool. But anyways guys, if you guys are new to the channel, we're going to talk about BrightID today. Go ahead and smash that like button and hit the subscribe. That way you guys are notified with altcoin gems like this or other projects that are coming up. So I'm going to phrase it like this just so you guys can get an introduction to the project. First off, I'm not saying in general, but okay, so say for example, you're going to a bar and you want to buy a drink. Obviously they have to verify you're 21, correct? Yeah, you're going to answer yes because it's just obvious. So you have to give them your photo ID. Now what's on your photo ID? Well, you got your name, date of birth, your address, you have your license information. They got everything on. Well, not everything, but almost. more than they need to know. I mean, all they need to know is I'm 21 or 21 years or older. Not that, hey, I'm 34 years old and I live at so-and-so address if you want to come find me and shoot me. No. So that it's a really neat concept with BrightID. Instead, you can go to the bar and you can scan or show them your QR code. They can scan it and say, okay, this guy's verified. He's good. So it's almost like the DKkQx concept. So instead of having to give all the information you need, you just need to give enough information to prove you're 21 years or older. Really cool concept. It's a little complex for some to grasp, but do some more research on DKkQx and you'll understand it a little bit better. You can't pull up this chart on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. I was talking with some of the developers about it. For some reason, it's not being listed on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap right now. But let me go ahead and show you the subs token. So right now it's currently trading at $1.69. As you guys can see, it went all the way up to about 12 bucks. This was back on January 21st of last year. So it was a big hype project. A lot of apps were buying into it, and I'll explain to you why in the video. You'll understand why, and it makes a lot of sense. There's a total supply of 769,268 subs. So it's a really low cap gem. So actually that's what's currently circulating. So there is a total of 900,000 subs put up for sale. The first 400 they sold for $1, and the remaining 500 are selling for $2. So right now they're actually selling under what they were, but it is what it is. So now you guys are like, okay, well, the subs token is great and all. Why do I need this subs token? Well, in this spreadsheet, we're going to break it down. But first, let's talk about the BrightID app and how it works. Here's a video on what it does.
With BrightID, we're solving the problem of unique identity, which is how do you make sure that a person in an application or system has one account and only one account? This unlocks a lot of important applications, like being able to distribute resources equitably, making sure that each person has only their fair share. Imagine that I wanted to give $1 to everyone on Earth, and only $1. How would I do that? Or imagine that I wanted to have a vote and invite anyone to participate, with the only requirement being that they're a unique human being and that they only get one vote.
There are many systems in the world that are meant to be open or utilized by anyone. But in many instances, a small minority of users take far more than their fair share, harming the system. If every user could prove their uniqueness, then every user could be assured of getting just their right amount. Imagine digital democratic voting, where everyone gets their right to vote. Imagine truly universal basic income, where literally everyone gets theirs. Imagine social media without millions of bots polluting the discourse. How does it work? BrightID is creating a giant social graph of people all around the world connecting to each other. People use their smartphones to make cryptographically secure connections to each other. This connection data is then shared among a decentralized group of computer nodes who build and analyze this public social graph. The nodes of the network determine and verify the likely uniqueness of each account. The user can then use their BrightID verification to prove to any integrated system that they are also unique on that system. It's not owned or controlled by anyone. It aims to be a base-level protocol for humanity, where we can come together to work communally on this problem. We can't wait to see all the amazing things that people will build on top of it. What will you build on top of BrightID?
So now you guys can understand it a little bit, but this is becoming a huge issue in the cryptocurrency sphere, a digital identity. So this is coming up more and more and more because people don't know who you are on the internet. I mean, you could just be a spammer, you can be, you don't know who you're dealing with. So this is enabling it to do, to verify. And if you check out one of my other videos, you can see how to get verified on BrightID. If you want, you can also PM me on YouTube, and I'll send you over a QR code if you want to scan it, and it'll verify you easily. So it's really cool. It's a really neat concept. So you really just download the app, get verified, and you can link your app to any other different apps or websites. This is actually a little bit dated. They currently have over 8,000 users, so they are growing pretty well. They have 11 apps integrated. They have Aragon, if you don't know what that is. It's almost like a decentralized DAO, but you guys can do some more research on it and check it out. They also have OneHive. This is actually a faucet for getting honey tokens. Really cool. They also have like Rabbit Hole, ID Chain. That's ID Chain is also, you can go there to claim some tokens. Really neat. You can go on Gitcoin. You can do a donation. We showed you how to do that, and that'll actually potentially allow you to be in some airdrops. So it's a really neat concept. They're bringing the digital identity to the blockchain. Here's a couple people on their team. They got Adam Stollard, David Winsard. You guys can see them right there. I don't need to read it to you. I mean, not a bunch of well-known people, but you can still research the people. You can look into them. It's not something that's like, oh, there's no face behind it, unlike some projects out there that are just pump and dumps. So here's the BrightID main DAO. A lot of the funds are going to be going towards development. They're also having research and communications. So they aren't spending a lot on marketing. That's why you guys have not heard about it. So this is something that's like they're building a great product and they aren't doing a lot of marketing for it. So now we're going to talk about these subs token. So subs are generator tokens. So now this is the use case for them. So in order for an app to actually verify each user, they have to pay one SP token. One SP token is supposed to be pegged to the US dollar. You can actually buy them for about 7 cents right now, but as more and more adoption grows, those SP tokens are going to be going up in value. So keep that in mind. So subs are the cheapest possible way to get access to the BrightID network. So right now the subs are $1.70, and what they do is over a 6-year time frame, you can actually plant them. They call them seeds, or they relate them to like seeds, and they'll grow 252x over 6 years. And that doesn't even include increasing in price. So the subs token could go up in price and you'll get those SP tokens. So it's kind of like, wow, it's a win-win. And theoretically, the SP tokens are supposed to be $1 a piece. So in 6 years, I mean, depending on how it grows, you guys can keep that in mind and calculate that out yourself. But each sub token, they call them seeds, they can be planted and they have to be held up for a full year, so full 6 years. So do keep that in mind, that you're going to lock it up for 6 years in the project. So this is how the SP tokens work, and I just explained it as well. To utilize the BrightID network, one SP token must be burned for every user account before it is usable. So when you guys are creating one of these, or when the app is taking you on, they're they are burning SP tokens in order to take you on. So keep that in mind. So being sponsored does not mean an account is verified and unique. So you must determine the uniqueness. So in order to do that, they have the QR codes you can scan and so on. So you don't have to plant the seeds. That's an option if you want to. The subs token starts out as a transferable ERC20 token. You can think of them as seeds, and if you plant them, they'll grow, and you can see how they'll grow. So the first year you'll get about 12, 1 per month. The second year you'll get 2 per month, and the third year 3 per month. The fourth year 4 per month. The fifth year 5 per month, and the sixth year 6 per month. And so that's how you can understand it. That's how you get 252 at the end of 6 years. So you can claim these tokens. You can actually claim these tokens at any time. You just hit claim, and you are going to be charged an ERC or the Ethereum gas fee. So do keep that in mind. You can actually purchase them easily here on sp.brightid.org/index. I'll leave links in the description. This is also the contract address where you can buy it on Uniswap. It'll take you over to Uniswap, and you guys can see they're trading at about $1.70 right now. The use case I see for this is, like, for example, if there's any projects launching and they only want one person to be able to partake in it, instead of having all these whales get in all the small projects, take up all the supply and just pump and dump them. This will protect against that. So that's why the use case is pretty huge for it. And also the same thing with like emails. They can link it with a BrightID. So instead of Google having to have like 400 stinking emails, it gives each person a unique digital identity without having like a KYC and giving all the personal information. And then on top of that, they can be used for voting. I mean, think about it. With the previous election, we had some people voting like 10, 11 different times for a different candidate because all this mail-in voting. So now it's like, wow, I mean, with the mail-in voting, some dead people were voting. How do dead people vote? Well, someone else takes their information and they vote for them. So it's kind of like, wow. So if you have this digital identity without giving out personal information, it's kind of interesting, and how it will provide a change to the network. So that's what I find in the use case. But anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on the project. I'll leave links in the description so you guys can check those out. Again, if you guys are new to the channel and I brought any value to you guys, go ahead and smash that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, also subscribe. That way you guys get notified every time we make new videos. And let's leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 28 verses 18. The one whose walk is blameless is kept safe, but the one whose ways are perverse will fall into the pit. Very important, guys. Be blameless. If you guys are new to cryptocurrency, don't know where to get started, don't know what to invest in, well, participate in the triple threat. The first thing, set up a Celsius account. This is for your savings. This is where you're going to store your cryptocurrency, and you can earn interest. It can be up to 5%, 6%, 10%, and they even have some as high as 17%. Here's a referral link. Use this referral link in order to get 20 bucks in free Bitcoin. Part 2 of the triple threat is to get a Crypto.com. Crypto.com account is one of the best places, especially for a beginner, to buy cryptocurrencies, or smaller altcoins. So now you have a savings account. Now you need to get a cryptocurrency wallet that allows you to buy those smaller altcoins like your Engine coin, your Raven coin, just like smaller alts, so you guys can participate in those big plays. My referral code is down here. If you use this, you'll get 25 bucks free. And the next one is Voyager. Voyager is awesome. There's a list of different cryptocurrencies you can use. What I like about Voyager in particular is you can actually make your next level up in buying cryptocurrencies. You can actually buy Bitcoin with a limit order. So you just hit buy Bitcoin, hit limit, and you type in how much you want. Boom, you're off to the races. So you don't have to watch it and make sure it's a good buy-in. Here's a referral code you guys can use to get some free cryptocurrency. This will allow you to get $25 for free. Can't beat free. And then obviously this is just a fun one, so you can get free cryptocurrency, is going on Loli. You get a daily stack. All you do is you tap the treasure chest and you get free sats, and it's literally free. One of the days I literally got 20 bucks in free Bitcoin. Look, 101,000 sats. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification. That way you guys can be ahead of the game every time we make a new video.